Hi everyone, this is Desiree from the Almost Daily Des. Welcome to episode 1 of our podcast. I would like to introduce my husband, Steve, my editor and co-host.
How you doing, guys?
So you're tuning in to weekly discussion. This week we're going to be talking about what's up with us, some Disney news, some news about our daughter Lou, and what's cooking in our kitchen this week.
What's cooking? So enjoy. All right, so that was our little intro.
So normally for our What's Up segment, we're just going to kind of talk about what's going on with us at the moment. But for this week, since it's our first episode, we're just going to give some background about who we are. So my name is Desiree. I'm the author of a lifestyle blog called The Almost Daily Des. I've been a cosmetologist for the past 10 years, and I also was a cosmetology teacher for a short period of time. I decided to retire in my late 20s to become a stay-at-home mom and stay home with our daughter, Lou. I love that I made that decision because I get to be with her every day and I get to see every little thing that she does. I still like to stay up to date though and current and make sure I know like any new trending techniques and products that are out in the beauty industry. So one thing I'm looking forward to doing is bringing you some beauty tips every week. I'll change it up depending on the season and things that I feel like it's going on with me, and hopefully you can relate. Also, we both love to cook. I'm a huge foodie. I like to cook at home, and we like to go to local restaurants and such and give our opinions on things. So if you've seen my blog, you see that I post a lot of recipes that we make here at home, and I like to share that with you. So I'll give it to Steve, and he can tell you a little bit about himself.
All right, guys, how are you? I also love cooking. I have a decent culinary background. I went to culinary school. Made the decision to go into management. I work at a very popular restaurant chain that sells wings. You can figure out what that is, maybe. We'll see. Enter a comment down below and see if you can guess what it is. I have a few hobbies, most of which consist of rubbing my wife's feet, giving her like back massages and things like that. I'm also in charge of scooping the litter boxes. That's 3 litter boxes. Take out the trash, and I change most poopy diapers, actually all of them when I'm home. I'm kind of a geek when it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's this thing I've really been looking into since probably like August. Actually started my own YouTube channel. You could check that out. It's Crypto Outlaw. And that's pretty much it for me. Oh, I love beer.
He sure does. So that's a little bit about us and what's going on with us, just who we are. So next we're going to transition right into some Disney news. So we both love Disney movies, Disney World, anything to do with Disney at all. Yeah, he has a Mickey shirt on. So I plan on bringing you some sort of Disney news every week. It will change depending on what's going on in the world or if there are movies coming out or whatever. So for this week, we are going to just talk about our experience a little bit with Walt Disney World. We just took a trip with my whole family, 8 of us total, in September, and it was our daughter's first trip. It was great. We stayed at Port Orleans French Quarter. So we did a lot.
We did a lot.
A lot. We were there for the whole entire week. And in the fall, they have Food and Wine Festival. We got to go to Epcot, and we got to do Food and Wine Festival. Anything else you want to talk about our past trip that is worth mentioning?
It was, I just loved it because it was our first trip with Lou.
Yeah.
And we went together ourselves shortly after we were married, kind of to experience it as adults.
Yeah.
And just run around.
Do everything we wouldn't be able to do after we had a kid.
Yeah, like just drink in every place in Epcot.
Rides that
go on all
require
the different
heights.
roller coasters,
Yeah.
But going this time and being able to see the excitement on her face and experience the magic, so to speak,
Right.
It was just a totally different experience.
And I haven't been on a trip with my whole family. It's pretty much just been him and I, minus a couple small camping trips with my brother. But with my whole family. So we went with my grandmother, my parents, my brother, my brother-in-law, us, and the baby. So it was a big group. A lot of people wanting to do a lot of different things. It required.
And Grandma was on a motorized scooter.
Scooting around, and she did great, by the way. She was like, she got the hang of it. She was good. But it was a lot because there was a lot of planning, a lot of time went into like trying to figure out things that everybody would want to do, restaurants that everybody could agree on. So we're actually going to be heading back in April, just the three of us, Steve, me, and the baby. So we decided to do another trip. We got really good prices, and we figured why not get another trip in because she really enjoyed it. So we kind of wanted to get her back there as soon as possible. So this time we're going to do something a little bit different. Normally, like when him and I went, we stayed at Port Orleans Riverside. This past time we went, we stayed at Port Orleans French Quarter. I'm a huge Port Orleans fan. I love it. I would stay there every time.
It's
but
mainly because of the river and being able to take a boat down to Disney Springs.
Yeah, I love that boat, and I just feel like the vibe of like Riverside feels like a little more rustic, a little more homey. But French Quarter was great. Like it's a small resort. It was just so pretty. Like the one night I walked around by myself. I wanted to grab a couple pictures. He took the baby back to the room, and I was like, let me just walk around and get a couple pictures for like a scrapbook or whatever. And it was like so peaceful just to walk around. So I absolutely love those resorts. They're considered moderate resorts. So this time we're going to go to Art of Animation, which is considered a value, but it's like the top value. So we're going to stay in a Little Mermaid room. Lou loves The Little Mermaid. I thought it would just be really fun. Art of Animation has like 4 different themes going on within the resort. So they have Little Mermaid, Lion King, Cars, and Finding Nemo. And we just thought it would be fun for her to maybe see some of the characters around, and it's very, very kid friendly, and people love it. So, I mean, I'm a part of a lot of different like Disney blogs and groups and boards, and it is a favorite of many people, probably also because the price point is a little bit lower, so it makes it a little bit more affordable. The one thing I'm excited about is I hope that I love it because that means we can go to Disney more often than if we were staying at a moderate because moderates are priced a little bit higher. So a couple things about our upcoming trip. Last time when we went with my family, we did the regular dining plan, which the regular dining plan includes some quick serve, like counter service meals, and some table service meals. We decided this time just to do the quick serve dining plan. It was just, I felt like the baby was good the whole time. It was just, she got restless in the restaurants. Like when you're in Disney and you're at a sit-down restaurant, it takes a little bit. Your food sometimes takes a little time to come out. So, I mean, she was saying she was done like right after we put our order in. We didn't even get our food yet. And any time that I felt like she was getting restless or almost like borderline meltdown was when we were in a restaurant. So we figured when it's just the 2 of us this time, it would probably be easier to just do the quick serve dining plan, grab and go, whatever we're in the mood for, whatever we have time for. I prefer a dining plan. Mainly because I don't want to have to worry about all that spending money. To me, it's just easier to have those credits come off. Like you just know this is how many credits I have. You scan your band, you're good to go. It just makes it so simple. So I feel like I need a dining plan.
Well, it also takes the guesswork out of your budgeting for food because you can have a $15 entree or a $35 entree, and it doesn't matter.
Right.
Because it just counts as a credit.
Yeah.
So you really don't have to worry about spending $150 at dinner, or you say, "Oh, I'm only going to spend $60." You can spend. It doesn't matter.
Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah. So we're excited to see how that quick serve dining plan goes, and maybe it'll be a little bit easier with the baby. We did book 1 sit-down restaurant, so we're going to do 1 character breakfast at the Crystal Palace. I'm really excited to try the Crystal Palace. I never really paid attention to it before, but this last trip when we were walking through, I saw it, and it's really pretty. It's like all windows, and I took a mental note like, okay, I feel like I want to try that. And then I looked at pictures. It's beautiful inside. And they have the Winnie the Pooh characters. I feel like you don't see the 100 Acre Wood characters as much, like especially throughout the parks. And Lou is she loves poo. She always is talking about poo. So I figured it would be a fun spot to try. Let her do some characters that she won't get to see so much. So their breakfast is buffet style. Looking it up and looking into like different reviews and stuff, people really, really like it. We saw one thing. It was like a puffed French toast.
Mm-hmm.
That seemed really interesting. They have like your typical like omelets, breakfast, meats, and fruit and all that. But the one thing that really caught our eye was like their signature dish. It's called a breakfast lasagna. So we're going to bring up a picture of that to show you. So see a breakfast lasagna. So it's layers of waffles, pancakes, pound cake, strawberries, bananas topped with pastry cream and caramelized sugar. So after I saw that, we were like, I love when a place has like a signature dish. Like when we went to our last trip, we went to Garden Grill. Like they're known for their cinnamon bake. They have like a cinnamon roll bake.
That thing was amazing.
Oh my God. Like I want to, but you know, every restaurant has their thing. So
almost
like
as good as Gaston's Tavern cinnamon bun.
Gaston's Tavern definitely takes like the top spot for cinnamon roll, but that cinnamon bake at Garden Grill is so good. Like I'm a little sad that we're not going back this time because I want to eat that.
And plus for breakfast you get to see Mickey and Pluto and
Chippendale.
Chippendale
At Garden Grill, and they're dressed in like farmer costumes. But we're excited to try Crystal Palace. We're excited to, it's like all windows. It's really bright and pretty. There's a lot of like plants and it just seems really nice. So we're excited to go there. We're excited to try their signature dish because we love food. So if someone has a signature dish and people are talking about it, posting about it, I want to try it. I want to see, you know, what it's like. So at this point, we're going in April. We're almost at that 60-day point, which means we're about ready to book our fast passes, which is my favorite part because that means like I'm locked in, you know. So you can book, if you're staying on property, you can book your dining 180 days out if you're doing a sit-down restaurant. So, you know, we're beyond that at this point, and then your next mark is the 60 days for fast passes, and then you're good. Like everything's locked in. You can kind of just wait until you go. So some things that we're looking into fast passing. I have to get Pirates of the Caribbean. It's one of my favorites. I have to say, my absolute favorite, I think, is Splash Mountain, but like that's going to be on the back burner for some years because there's a height requirement for that, and like I'm not that person. Like I can't ditch my kids, so like I'll just wait.
You don't want to go by yourself?
No, like I'm not gonna do it, or I'm not. People do rider switch, so like I could go on, he sits with the baby, and then we switch, and I take the baby, and he goes on. But like I can't because I want to experience it with her. So like Splash Mountain's gonna be on the back burner for a while. So I always have to go to my second favorite, which is Pirates. I don't know why, I just love it so much. Like I remember going on it as a kid. I remember loving it, and I just think it's amazing. Like that beginning part when you go through and it opens up to that huge pirate ship, like every single time, it's like I've never been there before. Every single time I'm like, oh my God, like I love this ride. Like that is so amazing. And surprisingly, like I didn't know if the baby was going to be afraid last time because it's kind of loud. They shoot some cannonballs. It's dark. She loved it. So that made me really happy that she liked it. So, and we didn't fast pass it last time. And the standby line wasn't too long. I want to say it was like around 30 minutes, but the line is really dark. And that was my main issue. Like it's kind of hard to see, and she like wanted to run around, and I was like, I can't see, and I'm tripping because like I can't see where I'm going. So we have to fast pass it because like I just can't wait in a standby line. So another thing that we're going to do this time, well, try to, obviously I'm going to try to get these fast passes. Hopefully this works in my favor. Peter Pan's Flight.
Your favorite?
Yeah, no. But we didn't do it last time. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little afraid of Peter Pan's Flight. I know that the houses are only this small, so it makes you feel like you're really high up. But I'm afraid of heights, and I'm nervous. Like, last time I didn't want to do it because I was like, the baby's going to fall out. Like, we're going to fall out.
I tried to tell her you're only 4 feet off the ground.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's like that depth perception. Like, it just throws me off. It made me nervous. But if you've been to Disney, Peter Pan's Flight is like one of the original rides. I mean, that line gets long. You're talking like 120 minutes, like regularly. So if you want to do it, you have to fast pass it. So we figured just so we could do something different this time than last time, we were going to do it this time. We're also going to do Tomorrowland Speedway. It's those little cars that are on a track, like you're not even really driving them, but we want to do it because the baby's tall enough to do it.
Yeah, why not?
It's like the first height requirement you have to meet in Disney, so it's like because she's met that height requirement, we have to do it. And another one we really like. I have to get this. I have to.
Well, this is your last chance.
It's my last chance. So
it's going away.
I could have gotten it last time, but not on a day that I needed it. Town Square Talking Mickey. So in Magic Kingdom, right in the front, Town Square, they have Mickey Mouse, and he talks and interacts with you. Mm-hmm. They're getting rid of this in May, and we are going at the end of April. So I feel like it might be really hard to get, but like I have to. It's my last chance to do this. We've never done it.
No.
And the baby would love it. She loves Mickey Mouse. So if he like spoke to her, I mean, when we saw the welcome show last time, which she had been watching on YouTube for months, she shed a couple tears. She wasn't like boo-hoo crying, but she was in such awe that she was like because she's seen it on YouTube.
Down her face.
Yeah, she's seen it on YouTube, but I think that's when it hit her because that was our first day of doing something and we saw the welcome show. I think it hit her like, oh my God, like I'm here. Mm-hmm. So if Mickey talked to her, I don't even know what her reaction would be. So hopefully we can get that. It's our last chance. So we'll definitely have more detail about Fast Passes once we actually get these set in stone. So once I actually get these booked, we will probably talk about what we picked. That'll probably be our whole Disney news segment, are the Fast Passes that we got. So in other news with Disney, they did just announce that Toy Story Land, which is going to be in Hollywood Studios, is officially opening June 30th. So I'm excited because we're going to pop into Hollywood Studios one of the evenings just to do like a show, a couple meet and greets, and watch Fantasmic. But we'll be able to see some of the stuff that they've done. Mm-hmm. Even though they have barriers put up, we'll be able to see some of the stuff. So we're a little sad that we're going to miss that this time, but that just means that we will have to be going back.
Yeah.
And spending some time in Hollywood Studios to go to Toy Story Land because I feel like I'm not like super into Toy Story, but I mean it's gonna be cool. Like,
I'm not the biggest fan, but who doesn't love Buzz
Slinky
Lightyear?
roller coaster ride? Come on, like I mean,
to infinity and beyond.
I feel like even if you're not that into it, like you just have to experience it because it's Disney. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be done really well. So another thing that we're looking forward to is in the spring they have like how we went to Epcot and they had food and wine. In the spring, they have Flower and Garden Festival. So we actually did that 3 years ago when him and I just went. It was Flower and Garden Festival. So now we're going to be doing that again. Mm-hmm. How do you feel about doing that again?
I loved Flower and Garden Festival. I thought it was going to be like, it's just flowers.
A couple flowers placed around, yeah.
But it was pretty amazing how they had these plants and bushes and flowers all intertwined with each other.
Yeah.
Made up to look like every single character you could imagine.
They literally have a topiary of almost every single character. I mean, I can't think of who we didn't see in a topiary.
I mean, Epcot was just filled with all different stuff. Also stuff like teaching you about flowers and gardens. They had a whole butterfly exhibit.
That was really cool.
You could walk in and they're flying all over the place.
Like plants everywhere, little butterflies like fluttering around everywhere. That was really cool. They have like little gardens set up. They have just like pot planters and it'll say like cucumbers, but like then you'll go to a stand that's selling food and it'll say like they're selling all like really like farm to table fresh type of ingredients in these meals that they're growing around the park, which makes it really cool. So they'll be like, you know, this sandwich includes cucumbers that you saw in the France Pavilion or whatever. Like it's really, really nice to see like, and they do, you know, Epcot does that.
Yeah,
like,
they do it with the living with
the land. I mean, they do that all the time, but it's just cool to see it if you like right in front of you as you're walking around the whole time. So I'm really excited for Flower and Garden Festival. It brings some different cuisine to some of those stands and just gives you something else to kind of do and look at. I think the baby will love it. She loves flowers. She loves anything that has to do with outdoors.
Flowers in the shape of Mickey Mouse.
Right.
So I don't think
it's so cool. They have all sorts of photo spots. Like you can get a picture like in front of every single topiary. So that's really cool. I'm really looking forward to doing that again. We enjoyed it last time. So anything else? Disney?
As far as Disney goes, I think that's pretty much it.
For now.
stay tuned for our Disney updates. Any big news that comes up with Disney,
Yeah.
such as stuff like the Town Square Talking Mickey
Going away. Toy Story Land.
We will be bringing you those updates, as soon as we
Yeah,
can.
and we plan on doing a lot while we're there, as
Yes.
far as documenting our trip and different things that we're doing that we can bring home and share with everybody. So
Yeah.
we're really looking forward to it.
Like this weekly discussion is only one of our types of videos. We want
Right.
to try to have a discussion video like this once a week.
Right.
But we're also going to try to do other things like just focused on one topic, like a dining review for local restaurants or
Right.
things at Disney that that we're doing. We might do a walkthrough of the resort. So stay tuned for those types of things. They might just pop up.
We'll have in addition
Yeah.
to our podcast videos, some extra things that we're up to. So I guess moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Next topic is lose news.
Lose news. So I mentioned earlier.
Lose news.
You can't take that. It's already taken by.
But I'm Steve.
Another. You are, but I think we would have to come up with another theme song. I'm pretty sure that would be copyright issues. So Lou, I mentioned earlier, she's our daughter. She's great. She's going to be 2 in March. So she has a big birthday coming up. We're going to have an Elena of Avalor theme for her birthday. She loves Elena. It was a toss-up, though. I would say between Puppy Dog Pals and Elena. She loves the both of them. And then, this past week and a half, she decided that she's always really liked Beauty and the Beast. We went to be our guest. She met the Beast, but she's obsessed with Beast right now. Obsessed. That and Moana. It's constantly asking for those 2 movies. So they might have been in the running if she, had mentioned it before we went out and bought decorations and, had this whole theme plan. So it's going to be an Elena of Avalor party. If you don't know who Elena is, she is the first Latin princess for Disney. So I don't know why Lou loves her. She is obsessed with her show. She thinks she's amazing. She knows every song, every dance, and a lot of just the words during the show, which is ridiculous. So about her birthday, let's talk about some of the food we're gonna have. So we said she's a Latin princess, so we're gonna have just snack stuff. We're gonna have taquitos, jalapeno poppers. Not they're super Latin, but whatever.
Yeah, jalapenos.
Yeah, jalapenos. So we're going to have, chips, salsa, queso. We're probably going to do, a taco dip. Our really good friend and amazing friend, Navarre, offered to make empanadas. He makes really good empanadas. Really good. So we love that he offered to make those.
I'm looking forward to that cheesesteak empanada.
Yeah. So, we're just going to have, snack stuff. Last year we did, a 50s diner theme. So it was burgers and hot dogs, and we kind of went.
Again, very easy food for a birthday party.
Very easy food.
We're not doing some gourmet meal
I think
here.
we did last year, though, we went really over the top. It was her first birthday, so we invited a lot of people and had. I had a whole backdrop here that looked like a diner theme. It looked like the counter with the stools. We're not going that crazy for the second birthday. I just can't do that every year, but. We're going to do Elena. I think Lou's going to be really, really excited for that. And we're also transitioning our spare bedroom that really didn't have much going on with it in the beginning. It just pretty much had a bed and some stuff in there. Yeah. But we're transitioning that into her big girl room. So it's bigger. It's more than double her room now, right?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe almost triple. It's a big room. Our spare room is really big. So we're going to...
It's a second master bedroom.
It really is. It's just
Just without a bathroom.
It's long instead of being square. So it's just a longer room, a rectangle instead of just being a square room. But it's bigger. So we actually painted today. We spent our whole day pretty much painting. Lou went to her Mimi and Pop's house and we painted and organized a little bit. So, we're transitioning our spare room into Lulu's big girl room, and I think that it's a little weird.
Yeah, it is.
A little weird because I feel like we just did the nursery, and then all of a sudden,
2 years ago.
Yeah, about 2 years ago, and now all of a sudden our kid is 2. So it's kind of weird to think that she's going to be in a regular bed with just rails, and I don't know. I don't even know how that happens. How they just all of a sudden are like a kid. Like she's like a kid now. And I was just saying in the car after we picked her up, we were talking about Disney, and I was saying how we just went in September and now we're going back in April. We're not talking about that much time in between.
No.
And I feel like she's so different now. Like when we went then, she seemed like a lot more baby. Like in our intro video, those 2 videos are from Disney of her peeking and coming down the slide, and she still kind of looked like little baby, and now she's just like a girl. It's just so weird. Like
the sass level has definitely increased.
Oh my god.
So if you
the
want
sass.
boss baby, that's her. She
is the boss. I mean, she is. And like, why are we surprised that she's sassy and has all this personality? I don't know where she got that from. But, you know, it's just crazy to me that, like, they grow up that quick. Everybody tells you that. Like, when you're pregnant,
can't really
even before you have kids, that's
one.
what people tell you. Like, oh, they grow up so fast. Like, but it really does. Like, it really goes by quick. It's just so weird that, like, we're putting her into another room already and planning her 2nd birthday and her 2nd Disney trip already. Like, it's just weird that all that has happened. So, anything else with Lou?
Nothing really new besides her room.
Besides her room and her birthday.
And her birthday.
We'll definitely have more to come. Like once her, she's getting some stuff for her birthday, like that has to go with her bedroom. That was some part of her gifts. So we'll have some stuff to talk about once like her room is finished and her birthday party. And I'm sure I'll have a blog put up of like her room transition and her birthday party. I always blog events like that.
Yeah, we'll have some pictures, maybe a couple video clips that we can put up during our discussion videos.
Yeah. So once we get this room together, it's going to probably take us like a month in total. Don't you think? Because her birthday party is in like 2 weeks and she's not getting some stuff until then. And then like I had to finish it after that. So maybe like 3 weeks. It's probably going to take us like 3 weeks to get.
I'm sure there's going to be some things I have to build and put together.
Maybe. We'll see.
Well, there is an ice cream cart that was from her first
birthday. That was from her first birthday that we literally didn't have room for. It's like the most amazing gift, but like we just had to wait until we had somewhere to put it.
It's literally an entire full-size ice cream
It's a Melissa and Doug ice cream / hot dog cart. It's like, it's amazing. So we'll get that put together in her new room. So
and we'll show you a picture.
Yeah, it's really cool. So I think that's it as far as Lou, right?
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. So next is what's cooking.
That's a good segment.
So we like to plan, like we look at Steve's schedule. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I'm always here. But we look at his schedule. We see when he's going to be home for dinners and such. Like sometimes when he does closing shifts, I'm alone, so I don't really like do much when it's just me. But when
now we're starting to plan lunches.
Yeah, because when he closes, a lot of times he's not until 5. And we've realized that like we have to plan our lunches on those days that he goes in at 5, because if not, it's like 1 o'clock and we're like, what are we doing? So we had to get a little bit better with that. But we do meal plan. We try to go, I would say, like 2 weeks out, right?
So I mean, we've done it where we've gone a whole month out, but it really depends on how many days that we have to plan for.
Right.
So if it's only like 3 days out of 1 week, then we'll do those 3 days, and we'll go further out.
So this week we're gonna have paprika chicken with chickpeas and cauliflower. Mini eggplant pizzas.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's healthy too. So I mean,
we're trying to eat healthy.
Yeah, everything that we're making right now. We used to make some pretty. I mean, not all the time, but we definitely used to make some pretty indulgent meals. But we've both been eating better and working out, and so everything that we were making pretty much from here on out is probably going to be a bit healthier, except for maybe every once in a while.
Except for some of our Asian foods, because you can't make an Asian sauce without a ton of brown sugar.
Brown sugar and soy sauce, and like I mean, on this like plan that we're supposed to be following, as far as food goes, brown sugar and soy sauce are not on there. But you know, so paprika chicken with chickpeas and cauliflower, mini eggplant pizzas. We're gonna make a Tuscan soup. It sounds like it's gonna be good.
It sounds kind of like a minestrone, but doesn't it have kale?
It has kale in it.
I like kale.
So like the way we meal plan is like I'll go on Pinterest. I just start browsing, whatever, like
just
healthy dinner ideas. And we kind of look at recipes. I might look at like 3 or 4 different ones sometimes, like of the same thing. And I kind of like pick and choose what I like, don't like, or I'll substitute some things like ingredient wise. So we always make stuff our own. We'll follow like a basic guide, but
and maybe change a couple ingredients for healthier options.
Right, or just preference.
Yeah, just if we don't like the seasonings or something in one.
And we make a lot of our own seasonings too. So like sometimes we'll look at a recipe, like we have our own chili seasoning, we have our own taco seasoning. So a lot of times if we look at a recipe, like even if it's like we make our fajitas with my taco seasoning just
really
because it's really good. And that's on my blog, so you can check that out. But we do a lot of our own seasonings. We don't really buy like things like packets and anything like that. But yeah, we have that coming up this week. If you're interested in any of those recipes, feel free to leave a comment. I'll probably blog at least one of them. But if there's something that
if there's something you want to see, one of those 3 recipes, or maybe there's a recipe out there that you like, that you want us to try and make.
Definitely.
We can do that for you.
Or if you just need some help with something, like if you're like, listen, like I can't come up with any more chicken meals, so like what do you got? You know, we can try to come up with some stuff for you. Between the 2 of us, we usually do pretty good like creating some meals there. So so we do a food shopping list and meal planning. We have our own templates, so if you would be interested in like a template for something like that, like a food shopping list, instead of just writing it, we used to do it where we would just write it on a piece of paper, but then we'd have to rewrite it like a couple of times because I'm so OCD. I can't stand when the list is out of order, so I would have to rewrite it so that it was in the order of like the way we shop. So like
following the aisles of the
right.
store,
So like our ingredients, I would have to rewrite
juice and coffee, and all the way down.
So I made a template that pretty much follows the food store that I go to in categories. It makes it just easier. We just fill in those spots. It's way easier. So if you need help with something like that, or if you would be interested in templates for something like that, just let me know. And I could get those out probably somehow. I guess I could get a template out. He's like my editor here. So as far as like tech stuff, I'm not really good. So if Steve can get a template,
I can try to put a link to one in the description. In the bottom and below.
Yeah, we could try.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, we'll see. So we'll try to do that. And also, St. Patty's is going to be coming up in March. So we're going to have a couple of fun little St. Patty's
chocolate chip cookies that we're going to try.
Yeah, we were thinking of, what was it, Guinness?
Those aren't healthy, by the way.
They are not healthy. But we were going to eat them like on here and show them to you and talk about them.
Yeah.
And then we could share the recipe. And I think we were also thinking about doing like a Guinness French onion soup. We love French onion soup.
And I love Guinness.
Yeah, he loves beer, so why not? So we're thinking of those 2, like, because, you know, you see a lot of, like, the same stuff for St. Patty's, don't you think?
Well, they always make those stupid little balls with, I don't know,
oh, yeah, what are they called?
Things.
What are they
Irish
called?
potatoes.
Irish potatoes. And then it's, like, corned beef and cabbage, and I don't know.
You can't even walk into a Wawa now, and it's still February.
Orion's?
Orion's. They're all over the counter.
And you get like the dust of the cinnamon. You're like right in your throat because it's like so powdery. You know, they're not bad. They're okay, but you know, you see them everywhere. So we were trying
we want to do something different.
Yeah, like you know how they have like the Shamrock Shake, which used to be really good, and it sucks now.
That. McDonald's Shamrock
I used
Shake.
to look forward to that so much. Now, like when I get it, I'm like, ugh, it's just I don't know if it's my palate has changed or if it just sucks now. But we were gonna make mint chocolate chip cookies, kind of like playing on that. So yeah, we will probably have those coming out for St. Patty's. We'll try to do stuff for holidays, even if it's like not something that we're doing. If we just have like some fun ideas, we'll at least discuss them and have like links. So some things that you could do, because like I can't do everything, you know, so I can't. So, you know, we'll always bring something for you ahead of time so that if you wanted to try it or make it or you needed some inspiration for holidays, we'll have that going. So anything else as far as what's cooking or anything going on?
No, that's it for cooking. Oh, we still have that crock pot sitting over there with what was going to be dinner.
Yeah, I decided to put chicken in the crock pot. We'll see how it is. We're going to have it tomorrow because when we were going to pick Lou up, my mom was like, well, I made dinner for you guys because we were painting all day. So I was like, whatever. So we made chicken. It was supposed to be like a ranch chicken, but I attempted to make my own ranch seasoning instead of like a packet. Never done that before, so I don't know how it's going to be, but we decided to just save it and have it for lunch tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's chicken. We'll figure it out and have something with it. So I think that's it as far as what's cooking, what's coming up in our kitchen, and that's it, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So I had a really cool idea when we decided to start a podcast for the blog. I feel like I'm always struggling to find stuff to do around here.
Yeah.
I'm that first person that's like, New Jersey's so boring. Like, there's nothing to do ever. And then you get these cold months where, like, you can't even just go outside. Like, today was gorgeous, but that's not normal for February. So, you know, I thought I could start looking up some local events going on and share them with you, like the events that are coming up soon. So I'll try to find things that are free, family, kid-friendly. Some things might not be kid-friendly because we might have some listeners that want to do adult things. So, so every week I'm going to bring you some local events going on so that you maybe can find something to do with your family, with your kids, or if you just don't know what to do, maybe this will help. So these sounded interesting to us, so we're going to share them with you. I'm going to be, like, kind of reading this, so just don't mind me when I'm looking down because, like, I do not have all these events memorized. So, the Eagle Theater in Hamilton, we've gone to a couple of shows there. They usually do a pretty good job. We used to live in Hamilton. So, they do a pretty good job with their shows, and it's the last weekend to see Little Women. So, if you want something to do, like this weekend coming up, you can go to the Eagle Theater and see that.
Yeah, it's not expensive.
It's
and
not.
You're really supporting a great local business.
Yeah.
Because it's something that's kind of, like, gone away in this day and age. Like, you can't really go out locally and see a decent live show.
You have to go to, like, Philly.
You got to go to a city
travel.
or New York City, and you're paying $100-something. Like, these tickets are not expensive. I don't know
offhand. What did we see there
before?
They are. Tommy?
We saw Tommy.
And it was
they did a really good job.
It was really good. Yeah, that was like years ago. But, I mean, you know, they do a good job. So, they're also going to have a stand-up comedy night on March 10th. March 10th.
Can I do it?
No, you are not doing that. That would be terrible, and I'd be embarrassed. So if you, I don't know how you would sign up for that. I'm sure you could go to, like, Eagle Theater's website if you wanted to sign up. But if you wanted to just go and, like, watch, that would probably be kind of fun. And there's some stuff to do around there. Like, they have a Nada Wine Bar and Rocco's.
Yeah, they got a couple good restaurants.
West End, which is, like, such a dive, but great food. So, like, if you wanted to go watch comedy night and then, like, stop somewhere after and grab a bite to eat or something, Hamilton's full of food. So it's like... Yes. I mean, you could just walk down the street and you have
blueberries, wine, and Mexican food. There's
Las Lomas.
5 Mexican restaurants in Hamilton.
There's 5? Las Lomas, Mariachi Loco, La Fiesta. What else?
You have the 2 taco trucks.
Tacos al carbone. Oh, how can we forget? That taco truck is good. If you see that taco truck, stop and get something. Yep. It's so good. We're really big Las Lomas fans.
Yeah, I like Las Lomas.
It's like, what is it, Northern Mexican?
It's Northern Mexican. It's more like fresh.
Yeah, it's not like simple. A lot of sauces. Like, when you go to, like, Mariachi Fiesta, it's like a lot of, like, moles or, like red sauces. It's like when you get a chicken taco, it's literally like the corn tortilla, chicken, onion, queso fresco. That's it. Cilantro. And then I put green salsa on it, but it's so good. Like, it doesn't need anything else. But yeah, you can check out Little Women or stand-up comedy night on March 10th. What else going on? So tons of St. Patty's parades. I'm going to go ahead a little bit, like into March a little bit, just so that if you are interested in this, you have time to plan. Yeah,
we got to let you know ahead of time.
Yeah.
Can't tell you that it's happening tomorrow.
Mount Holly, super early. They're having their St. Patty's Parade March 3rd.
Okay.
It's very early, so it's good that we're mentioning that now. And then Atlantic City is March 10th. Philly is the 11th. So it's the same weekend, both cities. And then Sea Isle and Wildwood are the day of the 17th. So St. Patty's is on a Saturday.
Crazy day.
Crazy, yeah. So if you're interested in any St. Patty's parades, that's what's going on around here. And then Steve's going to talk a little bit about the Atlantic City Boat Show that's coming up on the 28th starting. So Go ahead.
So we got the Atlantic City Boat Show coming to Atlantic City again. It comes through every year. It's probably one of the largest boat shows in the country. It's going to be here February 28th through March 4th at the Atlantic City Convention Center. Tickets are on sale now. It's only $16 per person. Children 12 or younger are free. They're going to have tons of little events for kids, that include like Touch a Boat Tour, meeting SpongeBob. Ooh, I might want to go meet SpongeBob. Create a toy boat souvenir.
That's cool, I think. Like to create a little toy boat and be
Yeah.
able to bring it home. That's really cool.
I wonder if you'll see a bunch of them floating around the bay when they're done.
Hope not.
And also splashing around in a mini lake on a paddle boat, which is pretty interesting because
Yeah.
I think they're going to have like a blow up.
I'm wondering how that's gonna go down.
Yeah, they're going to have
Right?
a mini lake inside the convention center, and you
And
can
with a
ride paddle
paddle-
boats. Now I'm guessing this is for kids. I don't think like somebody
It's-
like me is
they-
going to be able to get in
They
this.
said it's for kids, so
Yeah,
I don't
so
know.
I don't think we're going to be able
Remember
to do
when
all.
we went to Beer Fest that one time and they had toilet races? They
Yes.
had literal
Motorized
toilets
toilets.
on wheels, and people were racing around on toilets. Like
Well,
when I
when
picture
you're
like
at AC Beer Fest, you're drinking a lot, so
I
to
know,
be
I
able to
just-
sit on the toilet and
for
drive
some
around,
for
it's
some
probably
reason
so
when I
convenient.
think of these paddle boats in a lake, like that's kind of what strikes my memory is like seeing these toilets racing.
Zooming around.
Yeah, like, I don't know. It just is weird. Like how are they going to do that? But it sounds interesting.
So that's some of the stuff for the kids. For adults, there's DIY boat repair seminars. So if you get a hole in your boat, they probably show you how to fix it. Probably just like simple things like to clean different areas of the boat. Fishing seminars, virtual trainer to test your boat skills,
That sounds fun.
and boat displays. Of course, they're going to have probably every kind of boat you can imagine, from
Yeah.
yachts to speedboats, anything at all.
Yeah.
And also live music and a wing eating contest.
I feel like that happens at every event,
Why
right?
not?
They have some sort of eating contest, usually hot dogs or wings. I feel like that's so common, but it sounds like it's going to be a good time, though.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So if you guys are interested in something like that, go into the AC Boat Show. You could go online, check out their website. It's acboatshow.com.
Yeah, you can purchase tickets through there or just
Mhm.
look up any information, see if there's anything you want to do. So, moving on, Restaurant Week is coming up as well. AC Restaurant Week, March 4th through 9th. We're fans of Restaurant Week. It's a good time. What is it? I think it's like $35 for dinner and like $15 for lunch.
Yeah, the prices keep changing every year. It's
Yeah,
like
I
$1
want to
more.
say it's like 15 for lunch and like 35 for dinner. So you get a first course, which is either usually like a salad or appetizer type thing, your entree and a dessert for that price. We like to do it when it's like a restaurant that maybe is a little more pricey.
Yeah.
Like we went to
more
Doc's Oyster
exclusive
House
restaurants.
the one year. We did Stephen Cookies the one year. Like
Knife and Fork.
Yeah,
is a very
ones
good
that you're
spot.
not gonna get that food for $35. So it's good for that. One of our favorite restaurants is always a participant, the Ram's Head Inn. We actually just had our Valentine's Day dinner
Yes, we
there.
did.
They had a lovely Valentine's thing going on. It's on my blog. They had, what was it, a 5-course meal or 4?
I think it was 4. It was 4 courses.
It was 4. Yeah, you got like a little appetizer, a salad, your entree, and a dessert. It was wonderful. The food was great. Everything we had was really good. Ram's Head does a really wonderful job every time we've ever been. It's one of our favorite spots, and we've gone for Restaurant Week, and they always have really good options. It's a great.
they don't skimp. You might think that like they're doing this Restaurant Week.
No, I usually get
And-
lamb every time I go, which you can't get
all
lamb
these
for
restaurants,
$35.
they're giving you some of their best dishes.
I just had lamb. Valentine's Day. Their lamb there is great. Like if you want to get lamb, get it, and you have to have their coffee. I do not know what kind of coffee they have, but they make their own little sugar cubes, and I don't know. It's like the best coffee in the world. I don't know.
It's all about the experience.
I don't know what is in that coffee, but they also have their little dessert cart, which is
We missed that this time
because
because
it was like a
price fixed menu.
pre-done. not pre-done, but like it was, you didn't get to pick your dessert,
No,
but it was
they
big, great
There was
options.
like 3 or 4 things on the plate.
Yeah,
but normally they have
they bring this beautiful like silver antique dessert cart over, and
then
you
they
get to
open the lid. And
it's like I want that dessert cart. Not that I hate baking, so I don't know.
Cart. I just want the desserts in the cart.
I want it like in my house, but like I want someone to stock it.
Oh.
I don't want to.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to have to make the stuff. I want somebody to stock it, and then like we can just roll it over after dinner.
Just call up Ram's Head, be like, "Hey, I need more desserts, please."
Yeah, we love Ram's Head. So anyway, if you are planning on checking out AC Restaurant Week, I definitely suggest making your reservations ahead of time.
Yes.
It gets busy, tons of people go, so you definitely want to make your reservations ahead of time, and you can go to acrestaurantweek.com. And you can find out all the participating restaurants. You can view what they're having on their menu for Restaurant Week, so you can see if you want to go there. And I have my review for Valentine's Day of Ram's Head on my blog, so you can check that out too. I have pictures of everything we got, and it was a really good time. So another thing that I found out when I was doing my like weekly research of local events going on, there are some free events that happen every week around here, completely free, and they happen every single week. So if you're like, you don't know what to do, this is really cool to me. Yeah. So the Berlin Farmers Market. Now, if you've ever been to the Berlin Farmers Market, aka like the Dirt Mall, that's what everyone calls it, but they've been stepping up their game. They've been like renovating it a lot. It's really like, I don't know if they have new owners or what's going on. He's actually never been there.
I've never been
there. We
there.
used to go all the time when we were kids, and I remember my brother and I would be like so annoyed when my mom would say she wanted to go because it was like the Dirt Mall. Like we were like, oh, we don't want to go there. But
I just picture like a big field of dirt.
No, it's
indoor. People that like sell
and then they have
stuff.
They have like the outdoor flea market certain days of the week, which is it's really cool though. You can find some cool stuff. But inside they have like a meat what's it called? A meat thing?
Meat thing? A sausage?
No.
A steak?
No, like a meat place.
Like a butcher shop.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like a meat market. They have a produce place. They have like a whole Amish like bakery. They have really good stuff in there. Anyway,
I've heard great things. And somebody had told me about there's a pickle store.
Oh yeah, their pickle store is so good.
Yeah,
so good. And they have a couple little restaurants in there, like a Caribbean restaurant, I think, and they have good stuff. So they have a free family fun night every single Friday, which I thought was really cool. Completely free. So every Friday from 5 to 7, they have this going on. So they change it for the weeks of the month, what they have. So it says the first week, they have free face painting. The second, well, these are Fridays. So the first Friday is free face painting. Second Friday, free glitter tattoos. Third Friday, free animal balloons. And the fourth Friday, free airbrush tattoos. So that's pretty cool. Like if you just don't know what to do, and let's say you don't really need to buy anything, but you just want to walk around and browse. Like, they have some really good shops in there, and it would give your kids something to do.
Yeah.
Now,
if you're looking to get some ink, you can get some face painting
tattoos.
Glitter tattoos.
That's in Berlin, New Jersey, by the way. I haven't been there in quite a while. I'm trying to think. I went with my mom. Lou, like, I felt like she was kind of babyish, but I think it was when it was in the process of being done, and they had this whole, like, display set up. Like Halloween. So this must have been not this past Halloween, but the one before.
The year before.
Yeah, but like they do like apparently like scenes now too, like a Halloween scene and like Santa and like stuff that you can meet and greet like for holidays. So probably have the Easter Bunny, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, I'm sure
coming up. So if you haven't been there in a while, or if you have never been and you just haven't wanted to go because you hear people call it the Dirt Mall, I really think that you should give it a second chance and check it out. And then as the weather gets nicer, they're going to have that flea market going on
When
soon.
are they open? Aren't they just open like on the weekends?
No, the inside is open every day.
Oh.
The mall part. The flea market is only certain days. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that the inside is open every day of the week.
All right.
And just the flea market are like certain days or whatever. I'm not 100% sure on like their hours and everything though, so I would check it out, the Berlin Farmers Market online, and see like what their hours are exactly. So another cool thing that I found, now we're going out a little bit from some of the people that might be watching in Millville, which isn't far from us, but at I'm sure you know Wheaton Village. Like I know I went there for my third grade
I think
trip.
everybody in
You've
the
gone there for
Atlantic County area
you've gone
has
there
been
for a
there
school
through
trip,
school.
right? So I actually was just saying to Steve, like we should go there. Like I haven't been there since third grade when I was on my school trip. So like maybe we should go and check it out. Well, come to find out that every week they have Saturday morning story time at the Wheaton Arts Museum of American Glass. So every single Saturday, it starts at 10:30 a.m. They do a reading of like favorite children's books. So I thought that was pretty
That's
cool
cool.
because, you know, why not? Like,
Yeah, it's free.
yeah, it's
I mean, if
free.
you need to get out of the house, it's a rainy day.
Yeah.
Head on over there.
Yeah, so they said that they'll do it on like the front porch, and then if weather isn't permitting, they'll go inside.
Mm-hmm.
But that seems cool. And like I remember Wheaton Village being like kind of big, and like you could walk around and like I don't.
Yeah, it's pretty.
I don't really.
It's
I was
not
third
big,
grade, so
but
we're going
there
back
is stuff
20
to
years.
do.
But
they have like a little playground for kids. They have the glass
I remember
museum.
buying like penny candy.
Yeah, they
like
used to have like a
old-time
little
candy
store.
Yeah, so I mean that I thought that was cool. Listen, anything that's free that you could do with your kids, like if it's 8 a.m. and your kids are driving you nuts on Saturday, you can make it out to Millville by 10:30. Just get them out of the house, let them go, walk around there, do whatever. So I think that's it for our weekly events going on.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
coming
lot of
up.
stuff. We just gave you guys a ton of stuff.
Yeah,
to do and
we'll have
stuff
that
to look
every
into.
week, stuff that's like, you know, in that time frame. So I thought that was interesting, some
Yeah.
free stuff and some good things going on. So now on to my beauty tip of the week. So I have to do this because the weather has been terrible. Like when it's 30 one day and 75 another day and sunny one day and raining and sleeting, like I feel like it messes my skin up. Like my skin can't handle it, has no time to adjust, it doesn't know what it's doing, it like doesn't know if it wants to be dry, oily, breakout. So my tip for this week is to exfoliate because you have to get rid of those dead skin cells. You have to, you know, keep your skin fresh. But I also want to make sure that you're exfoliating properly. So to improve your skin's texture and not overdo it or underdo it. So I'm going to tell you, based on your skin type, how often you should exfoliate. So if you have oily skin, 3 to 4 times a week is fine. Now, we're not talking like taking sandpaper and scrubbing your face like to the point that it's red. You just want to use any exfoliant that you normally use. If you need help with exfoliators and you don't know what to use, feel free to leave me a comment or drop me an email even. Like, I have a huge knowledge in skincare, so I can help you based on your skin type and things that you like, price ranges and stuff like that, find a good product. So oily skin, 3 to 4 times a week. Dry skin and mature aging skin, you can do 2 to 3 times a week. Normal combination skin, that's what I am. Like, I'm pretty normal, but combination skin means you might have a little bit of both going on. So like I get more like oily in my T-zone, but then down here I might be a little bit more dry. 2 times a week, normal and combination skin.
2.
And then if you're sensitive skin, you only want to exfoliate once a week. You don't want to overdo it. So the issue with exfoliating, sometimes how it can go wrong is people overdo it. So I'm not going to lie, I've been overdoing it a little bit lately probably. I've been exfoliating a little bit too much because my skin has been like just terrible. And I really blame it on the weather and Steve probably. I don't know. He's probably stressing me out or being annoying and so my skin sucks. So, you know, you feel like I get it too. Like I feel like I want to do it more. Like I want to exfoliate more because I just feel like that's like the cure-all. But you have to I just said to Steve the other day, like, I need to lay off because I know I'm overdoing it and you can actually like it's counterproductive. So I've been breaking out a lot. It literally could be because I was over exfoliating. So I felt like that was important to go over because I had to take a step back and I'm like, okay, like I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I have the knowledge. So like, why am I overdoing it? You know?
You don't want to be using that St. Ives apricot scrub
every day. Yeah,
that's
you're
not
because what you're actually doing when like you could be creating tiny little tears in your skin and then your skin has to repair itself. So it's like it's overdoing it. So I decided I have to exfoliate twice a week. I decided Tuesdays and Saturdays are my days. Like just so I can remember just twice a week. Like I don't have to think about it like did I do it or not, you know. So that's how I do it. I pick a day and that's my day. So that's my little beauty tip for the week. And also, I got my Ipsy Glam Bag. I decided to sign up again for a bag.
Yeah. Well, this is different than what Birchbox was
yeah.
from what you had before.
Yeah, and I wasn't loving it. So with these like subscription boxes, you fill out a profile online about like everything about you, your skin, your hair, everything, products that you like, colors that you like, whatever. And Birchbox just always sent me stuff that I
feel
hated.
like it was just cheap. Like it looked like they were sending you free samples that they got from companies.
Yeah, a lot of the brands that I would get were brands that I didn't recognize at all. And then I saw like the one time they sent me a dry shampoo, and I was like, what is this? And then I saw it in like Walmart for $3, and I was like, well, that's why my hair felt like I just doused it with hairspray, and it's supposed to be dry shampoo. So, not hating on Birchbox. Maybe they stepped up their game. I don't know. For me, I just felt like they didn't listen to me. Like, I naturally have very thick, curly hair, and they would send me products for volume. Like, we don't need volume over here. We need to tame our hair down. We don't need to, amplify it. So, I just felt like a lot of times I would either give this stuff away or it would just sit there and I wouldn't use it. So I was like, I heard things about Ipsy that people really, really like it. So I was like, all right, let me give it a shot. So I signed up. I'm doing it again. I got my first box for February. And I have to say, I loved every single thing that was in there. It did. The colors that they gave me were great. I'm actually wearing the blush right now. You can kind of see it's like a peachy color. So I did my review on that. You can find that on my blog. You can see what I got and how I felt about it. I just told you that I loved it. So keep a lookout for my Ipsy reviews every month. So also in our description, the way that we're going to do this, because I don't want like 10 million links in our description. I just feel like it's too much. So in the description of our podcast, you'll see pretty much what we talked about, like a basic idea of what we're talking about in our weekly discussion. And then I'm just going to have one link. So on my blog, I'm going to do like a corresponding post with our podcast, and I'm going to have all the links and stuff on there.
Yeah.
So anything that we talk about, anything that we touch on, if we gave any websites or if there's anything else that we need to link, you'll just have to click that one link and then you'll be able to find everything through there. Just so it's not, a description this long of just nothing.
Yeah.
In there,
It's
so
a little obnoxious when you scroll down and you have a description that just keeps going.
It is. And
link
and
after link after
when
link.
you're doing something, especially on YouTube, you can't like organize it, and I'm OCD, so I can organize it a little bit better on my blog post. So, thanks for watching.
Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap it up.
I think that this was a good first one. So we are enjoying this, I think, and we'll be doing this every week. So don't forget to tune in, and yeah. Feel free to leave a comment below. You can like our little podcast. You can say hi. Don't forget to leave a comment if you want to see one of those recipes on the blog, or if you have any food things that you want to, see or have us make, whatever. So you can click that link in the details to see any links that we talked about, and we'll see you guys next week.
Yep, guys, I just wanted to say thank you again for joining in with us, spending some time here. And, yeah, let us know what you think of the podcast. I know this is our first one, but...
It might be a little rough. I was nervous.
Yeah. We had to start it about 3 different times. I told him, like, before we started, I was like, I feel like I'm about to bungee jump, and I'm, like, sitting on the edge, and they're like, ma'am, you have to jump. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good just right here. I'm not going to do it. I was like, no, don't push it. Don't push record. Just because it's weird, like, a little bit. Like, just the thought of, like, talking to yourself, like, is weird. Well, we're not talking to yourself. We're talking to everybody that's out there. But you know what I mean. Like, I do. No one's here. Like, I'm literally staring at a crock pot across the room. Like, it's weird a little bit. Yeah. I tried. I'm not going to lie. I felt like I was going to have trouble. Like, I thought I was going to keep looking at myself, and I wasn't going to be able to look at the camera. But it didn't. I still wasn't looking at the camera when I did this. But I tried to put Lou's little Build-A-Dino, Dottie. We tried to put Dottie back there so I could have, like, someone to look at. But I was looking, like, up there. But, yeah. Here's Dottie. Hey, Dottie. She's great. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up for real. All right. Make sure you hit that like button. That little thumbs up right there tells us if you liked the video. If you liked it, click the like button. If you didn't like it, just let us know
Yeah.
because we can
Let
make
us know
it
what
better.
you want to see too. Like if this was completely boring for you and you're like, I want them to talk about other stuff, we can.
Yeah.
So we're open to anything. And don't forget to like share on Facebook and stuff so we can like, you know, get more well known.
Yeah.
Hit the subscribe
Tell
button.
your friends.
Yeah.
Well, hit the subscribe button. Then there's going to be a little bell right to the side of the subscribe button. Click that bell. That's going to give you a notification every time we put up a new video, whether it's a weekly discussion or maybe
Or
like a
like
midweek special.
yeah.
You'll get a little notification and you'll know that we just posted something, so you can stay up to date and see what we're doing and also see what's going on around South Jersey.
Right.
And some
get
history
your
events.
beauty tips because it's like
free
consultation. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
See
Bye.
ya.
See you next week.
Bye.